must be more beyond familiar shores into waters unexplored. This one desire, stirring here in me, deep is calling out to deep. Take me from where I've been into something new. I'm giving up into I need a breakthrough. All of my dreams and fears are crashing into me. You're waking up my heart. You are my breakthrough.
Hi, if you're coming in today, welcome. Today's training is a little bit different in that we are talking the kickoff of the VIP Rise Retreat. This is an event that has been coming for a really long time, but in the lead up to this, I wanted to share some of the techniques. I wanted to give you guys some meditation and visualization and even a little bit of breath work today, just to get you centered and get you propelling forward. So the whole idea around the retreat is that we can move quicker than what we're moving now. So, and I don't mean in terms of busy and to-do lists. I mean in our expansion, like in our rise to the next level. So as you're coming in, say hi. I'd love to know where you are tuning in from today. If you're on the replay, I'm sending you guys big, big, big love. I cannot wait to meet with you, the people who are already signed in to the retreat. And for those of you who are still coming in, I just cannot wait to connect with you. A couple of us have calls, and then it'll be on the 11th of November is the VIP Rise Retreat. What is going on? It has come around so fast. So I wanted to give you guys a bit of insight into why we're even doing this, what it is about. But basically, for those of you who are either in the Rejuvenate program or you've been in this group a really long time, you know, like there are so many tools and techniques that you are probably already using on a daily basis to really help you to lift, right? And so if you're still feeling a little bit stuck, or if you're feeling like you have blocks in certain areas, if you feel like things are just moving slowly, or if you feel like you're stuck in this busy, then tune in to this and what we're talking about today. Because there are ways out. And not only are there ways out, there are really simple and easy ways to just kind of just let go of this holding that sometimes we can get and just turn it over, right? Like surrendering to what is going to happen, knowing that the best is coming for you, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and then also knowing that you have these tools at your fingertips to be able to really use to propel you forward. So taking that inspired action and just knowing that you are on the right path. And so yeah, when we talk about making these external shifts in life, and we talk about that a lot in the Rise group in terms of just the things that are apparent outside, there are many things that we would like to change. There are, there's a lifestyle, there are visions that we would love to bring to fruition. There are changes in the way that, we're living, in the place that we're living, in the career that we're currently in. There are all of these changes that we would like to make in the external. And so when we talk about that, which we do talk about a lot in here, we also want to marry that with what is going on inside. So we want our subconscious and our conscious minds to come together and play out in sync. Otherwise, we can feel these things like self-sabotage or, different patterns and habits from the past can really play a part in what we are creating in our daily life. And we really want to bring those together, right? We want our conscious and our subconscious minds to be playing together in this life. We talk about the big circle and the little circle, and really being able to play out in our big circle, not be held back all the time by the workings, the very complex workings of the conditioned self. And that's your inner critic. That is, that little voice that says you're not good enough, that you can't do this, that maybe other people can do this, but it's not for you. And so there are all of these fears that can come up just around, it's scary sometimes to step out of our comfort zone and do something that's really different. And so acknowledging that fear, being able to release that fear and let it go, or at least look at it first and foremost, and then sometimes it dissipates, or sometimes there's some deeper healing to be done. And so what we're doing in the VIP Rise Retreat is taking you there quickly. So we're using a really deep breathwork session, which can not only just kind of clear space so that you get mental clarity, even physical ailments sometimes dissipate. Sometimes you just get a lot of knowing, like a deep knowing what you need to do. What are your next steps? What's the path for you? I always get a lot of downloads, I call them, like after a session like that, because I get just so much awareness and I receive like guidance. Like I know then what I need to do. And maybe there are things that, you're wondering about. And so some of these sessions can really support you and help as well. Oh, hey, Kim, how are you? So happy to have you here. Yay, so great. So I'm just here to answer questions about the VIP retreat. I'm also here just to share a little bit about the power of some of these tools and techniques, and then to give you guys a beautiful guided visualization today as well, where you can really start to release some of that tension. I know a lot of you are saying to me lately, and I've had lots of questions to come on and just talk about the busyness, getting caught in busy. And so the conditioned self, when it really rears its head like that, it thrives in distraction. It wants to distract you from taking these leaps and from staying outside of your comfort zone. It wants to keep you safe. And this all has to do with, past experiences, maybe places we've been in our life, and we've decided we're not going to go full out and all out anymore because something scary happened or something uncomfortable happened. And then we just play that belief out like for the rest of our life. And so how freeing it can be and how liberating it can be to release some of this. And so the beautiful thing about breath work that I love so much is that some of our healing sessions, we actually go really deep. And I have you, if you, Kim, you're in the Rejuvenate program, you know this, we go really deep and we find, the root cause of some of these beliefs and we heal them. And so that can be cleared. What I love about breath work is that we don't even have to go there. Like we don't even have to talk about it. I don't need to take you to relive an experience to be able to clear stuck emotions from your body. And I had a call with a beautiful girl this morning who I love so much in the Rejuvenate program. We were talking about health and vitality and just how to get unstuck, when it comes to food and nutrition, emotional eating, and these types of things. And I said to her, what's so interesting is that I see you, like I see you clearly in the new you, in this new energy. You have a whole new identity. Like that isn't even your identity anymore, to do things like to eat in a certain way that is unhealthy for your body. That's not even part of your new identity. So we had to really tune in and find out what was going on for her. And there are these small parts of her conditioned self that don't want her to be healthy because they want her to stay small and they want her to stay where it's comfortable. It would be really uncomfortable if for the first time in her life, she felt the vitality, the amazing health, the body of her dreams, all of that. It would be really uncomfortable. It's out of the norm, right? It's really unknown. And so the beauty about breath work is that we don't even need to unravel all of this stuff. In a really strong and powerful breath work session, you can release much of this. And so a part of these conditioned parts of her that were like really just holding her back from being the free woman that she is with her health, is just that, there are these fears that can come up. And then there are these patterns that she's had since she was like 5 years old. So how are we going to get rid of those patterns? There can be stuck emotions that literally like live with you in your body, and you can feel them in tension. And when you guys come in and we do meditation, and you're actually able to release a lot of those, the tension areas, or, where there's dense energy in your body and maybe it's been there for a really long time. It is amazing how in a meditation, like people come back and say, oh, my headache's gone. Oh, my neck tension is gone. So you can think of it like that, where, oh, actually a lot of this is just like stuck emotions that need to like filter through and just move out of the body. And that is what is so freaking beautiful about the breath work, because it's so powerful. You don't need to do anything. You just need to lie there. You just need to listen to me. But at the end of it, you get this freedom, you get this clarity, you know your next steps on your path, or you receive some kind of guidance to be able to do that. Your inner compass comes alive and your body heals, and you get this mental awareness and clarity that maybe you've never had before if you haven't done this type of breath work before. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you have any questions? If you do, pop them into the comments. If you're on the replay, please still pop them into the comments, because I'm going to come in here and respond, or I will pop into your messenger and I will respond to you. If you have any questions about, like, is it for me? What is, what does it entail? So I will share the link with you in here as well. And it's really a very small group. We're going to have more than one of these. And I call it an intensive life breakthrough session. It is a retreat where we do body, mind, and soul techniques. So I'm going to show you how to, really engage the lymphatic system in the body, and vagus nerve resets, and new exercise and techniques that you've probably never seen before. But then also we have this breath work, this very long, intensive breath work session where you just get to clear and cleanse and really then be uplifted. Like sometimes people leave and they're like, well, I feel like a brand new person. And well, you kind of are, because we've just managed to like get your body unstuck from all of these like emotions that you've lived with and held on to for a really long time too. And then you also get this one-on-one coaching with me. So you get me like this, but I get to see your face, which is amazing. And we get to move through, and I will help you to shift and move through any blocks, anything that's coming up for you. You really get this, personal one-on-one coaching and treatment as well. And so as I said, I think we're actually going to have to do a number of these life breakthrough sessions, a number of these retreats, because they have to be small. It has to be like, really, for it to be as intensive as it needs to be, they have to be super small. But I'm open to that. I'm open because we've had a few people being like, I feel really called to this. And so I don't want to be like, well, I can only take you, and you. If you feel called to this, reach out to me. And because if we can't fit you in on the 11th, we could definitely fit you into another session. This is going to happen again, but only at this time. I don't know when I'm going to be doing the retreat again. That was a couple questions. Actually, I should really read from the questions. One of the questions was, when can I sign into this again? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is the first time that I'm doing something as intensive as this for people outside of the Rejuvenate program. It is also being offered to the people inside the Rejuvenate program, but you guys are my VIPs as well. So it is open for you. If you're being called, I would say jump in now, because I don't know when I'll be doing this again, but I do know if we can't fit you into the session on the 11th, that I just need this to be open for everyone who feels called to it. So there will be 2 other sessions, which will be probably in November and December. Okay, stick to the questions, Marissa. One of the questions was, do we get like private coaching? Yeah. And I was just sharing that, in that you get me for the whole time. So this is a 3-hour event, and a large portion of it is going to be moving you through these techniques to get things unstuck for you. So if you're looking for sometimes people want one-on-one coaching because they want clarity. So if you're looking for clarity, you're going to get that like through the techniques. And yes, there will be one-on-one, a lot of one-on-one time where you'll get to ask questions, bring up those blocks, we work through them, we get the clarity that you need. And then we have a little Facebook group for our VIPs. And so I'm in there. So I'm in there mentoring for like 3 days as well. So it's a lot more than just like that one little session as well. Next question. Oh yeah, who's it for? So it's just for anyone really who's looking for a life breakthrough. If you're looking for clarity on a big question, if you are looking just to get to that next level in terms of your level of joy, your level of happiness, if you are looking for a breakthrough in any area. So it could be relationship wise, it could be your next steps, it could be your big vision. If you're looking to get somewhere quickly, so you're saying, okay, I've been doing A, B, and C, but everything feels like it's moving really slowly. The beauty of these sessions is the energy inside these retreats, inside these, and they really are VIP sessions, is so powerful and massive. Like every time I do an event like this, I grow, I expand, I go to the next level. If you are looking for more wealth, more health, more vitality, more energy, more joy in your days, a breakthrough in terms of something that you're going through currently, you feel stuck. If you're looking to get unstuck, completely unstuck, then this is the type of event that is good for you because it happens really quickly, you get results really fast, and you gain that clarity, that awareness, and that understanding of what your next steps should be or will be, right? So if you want to lift your vibrational frequency, if you're just looking for like a quick rise, to feel better, maybe you've been going through a bit of a slump lately, the breath work is just the best place to be, absolutely. If you're ready to elevate, if you're tired of being tired, right? If you're like, I know what I need to do, but I'm just not doing it. I'm not like, I feel stuck in terms of moving forward, like taking those steps. If you just don't know your next steps, absolutely. If you're ready to just be all of who you came here to be, like the world deserves to have you in your fullest, in your youiest you. And my program is called the Rejuvenate program. It's always about returning to you, coming back to self, and just getting you to be the most youiest you in your life. Go ahead and pop into the comments if you have something that you're working through at the moment and you either don't have an answer to it or you would love to be liberated from it. So go ahead and pop that into the comments. I really want to connect with you guys here and just see, like, what are you going through right now? What is it for you? For me, I've had a few like conditioned self blocks lately. I can tell that I'm going through an up level at the moment, another one. So what happens for me then is like I hit an upper limit. And I've talked about this a little bit in the group where we go. And then when our beliefs kind of think, well, that's what we can achieve, then we sort of stop and then we can go into a bit of a slump and not know why. And so that's something that I've been working through lately, is like these little slumps every time I hit a new upper limit somewhere I've never been before. It's like a new thing for me. And I have to go back to say, go inward, look at my guidance and just be like, show me the way, because, what are the next steps for me? And to also just to remember my worth, and for you guys all to remember, that you came here to be the fullest expression of you, and you deserve that, and we deserve that. Like the whole world deserves to receive that from you for your time here on this planet. So if you're ready to be all who you came here to be, if you have been playing out small, like if you've been playing small and you're like, I am ready to go bigger, I'm ready for more, I'm ready to just step in and take risk and feel free, and I'm ready for that, Marissa, then this is definitely the retreat for you. if you find yourself just getting really busy, like so many to-do lists, I'm so busy, maybe people are asking you, how are you? And you're like, I'm just so busy right now. That is a red flag. That is a really good sign that your conditioned self is holding you captive. Because the more that we actually do, like the more that we step into in life, the freer we get, the more clarity we get, the cleaner our minds are, like the clearer you feel. And so if you're feeling like you're really, really busy, it could be, a distraction from the conditioned self. And so clearing out that busyness, why is there this need to be busy all the time? Why do I have to feel like I'm pushing myself? And I know in society, it's like, we still have this thing going. It's getting better, but we still have this idea that a woman's strength, comes from her ability to do everything, like to show up in all the areas and do all the things. And it's funny because like I'm doing a lot of the things now, but I'm not doing it with that same busyness that I had when I really wasn't doing much at all. Do you know what I mean? Like I was totally busying myself for so many years thinking I was doing all these things, and I'm actually doing way more now than what I was doing back then. I look back and I think, wow, like I accomplished some things, but I didn't do it with clarity and ease and joy. I did it with just speed and haste and kind of a really funky, crazy energy. So now, there's a lot of ease and there's a lot of calm and there's a lot of grace and there's a lot of joy in what I do. I love this. Hello, beautiful. Intentional time and play with the kids is hard for you right now. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And so that, again, like that's something, yes, doing way more. Oh, excellent. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing way more with ease now. Yeah, intentional play. And so that's presence, right? Coming back to the presence within us and being able to like just spark the joy in the moment. And that can become really challenging when the conditioned self is playing out, or when it is, constantly sharing stuff with us that maybe we don't want to hear right now, right? Like inner critic or critical, of outside, or even just the wondering and the worrying. And then that busy of I need to do, or I need to do this, or ABC, or whatever it is. Yes. And so what else do I have to share? Do you guys have any questions about the retreat? Go ahead and pop them in there. I know I said this last week, but like our life growth, so like where we're going externally and where we're going internally, we want to marry the two. We want them to come together. So often I think and I say we because we feel like we need to work on the external, like what's happening outside of us, where we're going, where our vision's taking us, and all of that, so much more than we need to work on the personal development or the personal growth stuff. Or we get to a point where we have to do the personal growth stuff because we're really stuck in terms of making the outside stuff happen, and then we get highly focused on the personal growth. And so what we want you guys to do, and this goes for me as well, is to marry the two together so strongly, so profoundly, that you're moving together in this direction. And then the two just support each other and they come to fruition together. Yes. What else did I want to say about the conditioned self? Only that the conditioned self makes sense in the moment. Like the decisions when we're making decisions from our conditioned self, it might sound great at the time, but it might not feel really good in your belly. So I always encourage you guys to just take a breath, go in deep into your belly, and just making all these decisions from your authentic self, even when the conditioned self is sometimes questioning it. And I know we were talking a bit about this on our call recently, Kim, because there are these questions around, but my gut says this, but then my head is saying this. And so it's like, well, usually if we're making a decision from our authentic self, our conditioned self is going to come up and be like, I'll give you 10,000 reasons why you shouldn't do that ever. And that usually is this indication that like maybe we need to do this thing, For me, it is. For me, that's like my green light to say, if I'm scared and the conditioned self is giving me 1,000 reasons not to do it, and my gut and my heart are saying the other thing, I do the thing. And so when you're considering the retreat, when you're considering anything, any big decisions that you're making in your life that are going to, impact you in your future, you can really tune in and tune into your belly and be like, but truly, how does this feel in my belly? And I'm not listening to the chaos in my head right now. I'm just feeling. And I know you guys are really good at feeling because you're all really heart-centered women. And that's what we do really well, is we feel. And so it's just tuning in to that as well. Yeah, so should we do a beautiful meditation? I'm going to take you guys through a guided imagery meditation. We'll have a touch of breath work in there just so that you guys can get an idea of what it is like, what it will be like in the retreat. What else did I want to share before we go into this? Just that if you're looking for a breakthrough, that's really the word. We had this little song at the beginning of the training. If you're looking for a breakthrough, if you're looking for a path out of anything, and if you're looking for guidance to show you the way, then this is the retreat for you. Like, this is the one. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're into manifestation but you're really not manifesting like what you want right now, if you're looking to make more impact, on the planet right now, I know there's a lot going on. If you want to raise your vibration because you want to be the light, then this will help you just like go there quickly. If there are any inner blocks, any questions, go ahead and pop your questions in there as well. If you're ready to heal, if you're ready to do the deep inner work, which many of you in the Rejuvenate program are already doing, and you're ready to do it in a way that is even more powerful than what you've been doing. Yeah, so I have space for a few people for the 11th, and then I will have space for others in the other 2 sessions. Yeah. Wealth is another one. Like, if you're feeling money blocks, if you're feeling as though, if you have any of those fears around money, because that's, again, old conditioned self stuff that needs to be released. Maybe there's just some stuck energy in your body. Maybe there are stuck emotions. Maybe there are things that need to be cleared for you to have the clarity about your deservability around money. If you're stressed, if you're feeling frustrated and you don't know why, if you have anger, rage, any of those kind of really low vibrational emotions, you can clear those out. If you have fears about stepping in, if you are confused about your life purpose, if you're just not feeling a lot of fun and joy, if you're contemplating leaving an old career and stepping into a new one or something like that. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's do a little visualization and bring in some breath work as well. I'm just going to get some music. So get comfortable wherever you are. I'm going to pop the link below too to the retreat, and if you're feeling it in your belly, if you like soul has called you to this, I know I've had a couple calls with people, so we're opening up those new spots. That's great. I want this to be open to everyone. You are all VIPs in here. That's the thing. Like, every single one of you, I love with all my heart, and I want it to be open to everyone to be able to have that level of transformation that quickly. Music. Okay. Okay, so finding a comfortable position, taking a deep breath in through your nose, Breathe it out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in. Breathe it out through your mouth. One more. Deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. And I want you to just imagine a beautiful stream of light coming in from the top of your head. And you can imagine this color to be, we want it to be vibrant. So you can imagine this color to be like a really vibrant coral color or red or orange. And just feel it coming in through the top of your head. And we're just doing a body scan. So feeling the feels. How does your body feel? Where is the tension? And just moving this energy all the way down your body. And wherever there is tension or pain, just feeling this light, this energy, just dissipating, whatever that is, whatever that discomfort is, it is just clearing and it is dissipating. Taking another deep breath in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. And feeling any tension as this light, this red or orange light just moves down through your body, releasing any tension, letting go of anything, any dense energy, anything that is not serving you. And imagining now roots extending from the base of your spine or the bottoms of your feet all the way down to the center of the earth. And imagining all of this dense energy or tension just dripping down as though little droplets of water would just drop down your body and down the roots and into the center of the earth to be recycled, to be renewed. Taking another deep breath in. And I want you now to just visualize your best life. Visualize that life, your body, mind, and soul. So all of it. Your life, your health, your wealth, your relationships, your body, your emotional state, your dominant state, how you feel most of the time. Where are you living? What are you doing? And I want you to go to the highest possible place that you can go to. So maybe you have this idea of like your next level life, and maybe it's still a little bit mediocre. I want you to go even bigger, even greater. If you have that level of happiness, well, what would happen if you went to a whole new level of happiness? You have this level of health. What if you could go to an even higher level of health and vitality? You have beautiful relationships. What if you could go to a whole new level in your relationships? What if you could go so much deeper and get so much more joy out of them? What does that look like to you? Taking a deep breath in. And now holding on to this vision, and as you do, we're going to swap this breath a little bit. We're going to breathe in through the nose and hold at the top. And hold that vision for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release through the mouth. Once again, breathe in through the nose. Hold this vision, really see it clearly. How do you feel? What are you doing? Who are you with? Holding the breath. And release out through your mouth. One more time, breathing in. Really hold this vision in your mind's eye. Hold your breath. And breathe out through your mouth. Now I'm going to swap the breath around and breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth just for 2 minutes. So breathing in, the deepest breath that you can take in through your mouth. So breathing in through your mouth, as low down as you can go in your throat and as deep into your belly as you can go. Kind of sounds a little bit like this. Your lips are just slightly gently parted. Sitting up straight, you might place your hands on your belly just to direct the breath as low as it can go. And the next part of this is really just bringing up and thinking about the things that need to be shifted. What needs to go? What needs to be released? What are you holding on to? What emotions, keep coming up for you that you don't want to feel anymore, or that you don't want to play out in daily life as much? What circumstances feel hard to you that need to change, that need to be shifted, that need to be maybe just realigned or maybe completely let go of? Really breathe into that. And really focus your intention on releasing. So with every breath out, these are releasing, they're letting go, they're changing, they're being shifted, they're transforming. And with your next breath out, just really letting all of that go, letting anything that needs to be changed, anything that needs to shift, just really letting it go from your body. And then keep breathing in and out through your mouth. And the last part of this is bringing your vision back. So bringing it back into just maybe in the front of your mind's eye. And that higher vision, the highest possible vision that you can have for yourself and your life. And really breathing into that now. Breathing in the possibility of that, breathing in the knowing, the deep knowing that this can be your life, like this can be created. You can create this. And really just feeling in your belly, what does it feel like? What does it feel like to be living in that highest version of you, in that highest version of your life? How beautiful does it feel? How much freedom is in that? How liberating is it? How deeply connected are you to the people around you? How fulfilled are you? What does your space look like? How beautiful are the things around you? How much comfort do you feel? Knowing all of this to be true and to be possible. And just 3 more breaths in your own time, in through the mouth and out through the mouth. You might find a couple yawns coming along when you do breath work. There are a whole bunch of other things that can happen, which I will explain in the retreat as well. Can have these shifts when we have these really deep shifts. We get these physiological responses as emotions are leaving our body. So now just allowing your body to breathe in its most normal, happiest, most content way. If it's in through the nose, out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now just letting it all go. So you can take your hands just out to the side, flick those hands around, releasing any energy and letting go, anything go that you're holding on to, letting anything go that even these questions of, which direction should I take? What do I need to know? What do I need to do? And just surrendering it all and knowing that, through these techniques and through your breath and through your deeper knowing, you will find the answers and that you are exactly where you need to be. I love you guys so, 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 so much. I am excited to do this powerful work with you. I'm excited for you to experience what it's like to be held inside of this bubble with an energetic frequency that is as high as these events can be. I love you. If you have any questions, let me know and reach out to me in messages. I don't know if Rebecca's already done it, but I know the pricing is going up today. That's one of the other reasons why I wanted to do the training today and not later in the week, is because it goes up by, I think, like $50 today. So just letting you know that. I will pop the link into the comments. I am so freaking excited for those of you who are called to do this. It is going to be so powerful, so amazing, and I cannot wait. If it is for you, let me know. I love you. Have a beautiful day.